Welcome back to Two Girls One Nati, hosted by yours truly, Liv.
And Jules.
Cheers, Jules.
Oh, I almost cheers my mic. I'm sorry.
Come on. We guess what, guys? We actually have wine.
This is not Capri Suns this time. It is not. I'm sorry for the disappointment. Forgot the drink.
I think you would be proud of us that we actually have alcohol.
What is this wine? I like it.
It's called Stella Rosa, and it's like very sweet. And I thought you would like the Basically, it's like a pink Moscato. So I was like, oh, Jules is gonna like that.
I support it. I do.
Heck yeah, I knew it.
I love your wine choices, Liv. I'm a big fan of your wine choices. The topics today, because I always forget that that's my little line I'm supposed to do. Let me read the script. The topics today, of course, we're going to do our little Reds recap, focusing on the Rangers series, which we didn't get swept. That's something that didn't happen outside of not hitting very well. Except Jonathan, yeah, that excludes you. You did great, by the way. Just saying, you slayed. This weekend, we're going to give a little preview for this weekend series when they're home. Right now, which today is Monday, they're playing the Padres tonight, a late start. It is just now starting as we're filming this podcast. So I will be getting updates from MLB this whole time. So if you see me looking at the camera and disgust, that is why. We're also going to briefly touch on our fashion this weekend, though I don't have anything planned. We're going to do a little segment called, I guess you would call that Who's More Likely To. I mean, I think we've all played that game at some point in our life with our friends. Yeah, you might get to know us a little bit more and some things you also might not want to know about us. We're going to briefly touch on our top 10 power rankings of sports movies that we have currently watched and then talk about movies that we still need to unfortunately watch. I'm embarrassed to say there's a ton of sports movies that are classics that I have not watched, and I know Liv hasn't either.
It's kind of embarrassing. It really is.
She honestly put things on this list that I had no idea existed. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I was gonna put in parentheses like Liv has seen. But
And then I just randomly added Benchwarmers because I think that's a great movie, and that's a sports. It's like it is. It's in the same genre. That counts. And then we're gonna close the show up talking about, of course, the Tortured Poets Department. We have our favorites. We've listened. We've cried. We have maybe more into past relationships or situationships, Maddie Healy. Anyways, Taylor, I'm going to pretend that half the album wasn't about him. I'm going to pretend. We've all been there. Girl.
we don't like to admit it, but
We're going to also briefly touch, I keep saying briefly. It's
briefly.
my favorite word right now. Outside of lore and like, I really like saying briefly today.
I say like a lot too, honestly. It's bad.
If I told you guys to take a shot every time we said like, you would probably sue us because you would get alcohol poisoning and most likely die. So then your parents would have to sue us because like you would be dead. So, and anyways, Liv, why don't you start us off by talking about the Rangers Red series this past weekend? There's not much to talk about offensive wise for the first game, or really any.
So yeah, Friday we lost 2-1. The Reds only had 3 hits.
Oh, a whopping 3 hits, guys.
Yeah. And the hits were from Steer and India, which he is the talk of the, he's the talk of the series for sure. But yeah, oh my god, sorry.
Liv is choking on this bullshit.
Okay. Our offense struck out 12 times.
Hello, police. Has anyone seen our offense? Like, come on.
There's not really much to talk about offense-wise on Friday. So, why don't you take it away? Okay?
Hi, Graham Ashcraft. I'm a big fan, and I want to say that before I say what I'm about to say. I will say, though, the loss had absolutely nothing to do with Graham Ashcraft. You right? He gave up 7 hits, okay, 1 run, and struck out 3 in 6 innings. I can't really complain there. I think the team has it out for Graham Ashcraft because he will play a hell of a game. He will pitch a hell of a game. And y'all just do not want to give him run support. Also, I will say the same thing for Hunter Green. I'm convinced you guys pick and shoot. Just kidding. Obviously not. This is satire here, folks. But sometimes I must question where the run support is for some of my favorite pitchers. Anyways, hard to win when you score one run, right? I would say in most cases it's rather hard. However, I have a bone to pick with Mr. Excuse me, Sir David Bell. Hello, David Bell. You're not watching this, but I hope you hear through the grapevine that I think it's a crime, no offense, to leave Lucas Sims in more than one inning. Hey, got 2 outs for us. That's all he needed to do. Graham already got 1 out, put Lucas Sims in. He didn't do anything wrong, right? He did fine. He was all right, right? But then we bring him back out. And if you know anything about Mr. Lucas Sims, if there was a way, and maybe there is, but if there was a way to specifically bet on a Lucas Sims, like him giving up a home run, simply pitching 1 to 2 innings, it is a guarantee, it is a lock that Lucas Sims is going to give up a home run. If it's not a home run, he gives up a run in some way or another. So that's where I have a bone to pick because we were tied. And I'm saying I pay for half of your guys' bills with the amount I spent on food there and tickets and merch. It's going somewhere. Yes. So it's going somewhere. I'm going to say we, okay? I'm very invested in this team. My entire personality is the Cincinnati Reds, so I'm going to say we. I think we win that game if Lucas Sims doesn't come out again. I'm not trying to be mean because I try to be very positive about the players. I have not been that impressed this year, but also he is really just expected to go 1 inning, in my opinion. I think it's dumb that bring him back out. Who knows? But like I said, I will say this: it is hard to win a game when you score 1 run, and it sucks that happened. Okay, but Liv, why don't you talk about Saturday?
That was finally a great offensive game, we'll say. About time, guys, right? Am I right? Willie B, baby. We love him. So Willie B was 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, and a home run. Bomb detected.
Bomb detected. There's a Willie B bomb detected, but thankfully for everyone here, there's another bomb.
Jonathan India, baby. He was 4 for 4. I'm gonna say frickin'.
Yeah, that's like PG-13 for the other word, but we're not going to say that.
Not gonna do that. So he was 4 for 4, 4 RBIs, 1 home run, another bomb detected. So also Nick Martini, we love him. Also drove in 2 runners in, and we won 8-4. So it's about time we look up with the offense. Yeah.
God must have heard my complaints, right? God must have heard my complaints because guess what happened? They gave my king, Hunter Green, run support.
About time, right?
My God, I think it was accidental. I don't think they meant to. I think they forgot who was pitching. They're like, guys, wait, we got to calm down here. We just gave Hunter Green run support. We just scored 8 runs for Hunter Green here. We're going to mess it up somehow. Hunter Green gave up 1 hit, 7 scoreless innings. Then my other king, Brent Suter, he relieved Green. And if the Reds are going to do anything, they're certainly going to make it interesting. Yeah, they will. We were up quite a bit of runs, right? In fact, I think they only had 1 run up to this point, or maybe no, I think they had 1. I don't know. I wasn't watching as my sister's graduation, but I was getting notifications, and I was like, "Oh gosh, we're actually winning by a decent amount." Surely they don't mess this up. They didn't. I'm gonna say they didn't mess it up, but it got a little scary there for a second, including back-to-back homers. Diaz came in and got the last 2 outs for us. Thank God. Was a little scary.
We talk like kind of hard game on, but like a lot of the times he does kind of walk the first batters, but doing better.
Diaz saved us right there. I'm not no disrespect to Brent. My little nephew, his name is Brent, so I have a soft spot for Brent. My uncle was also named Brent. So
Shout out to Brent's. Honestly, do you want to cheers that?
Yes.
Cheers for Brent's.
We're cheersing for Brent's.
Hey.
It's a great name. So that's the recap. I am also, I would like to specify, I am reading things. It's totally okay to do that. You watch any sports show, they are reading a teleprompter. Like, they are literally reading what to say. Sometimes when I'm talking, I forget what I'm going to say. Is that anxiety? Sure. It's okay. I wasn't watching the game. So I had to get a little recap off of the notifications. That's all. I know we won, but I wanted to give my proper shout out to those who deserved it. And I knew Hunter Green pitched a hell of a game.
I will say I've been very hard on Hunter Green, and a lot of us have from this point on. And I think we just expect so much out of him. So it was just nice to see this game from him finally.
Well, and it's also nice that he actually went more than 3-4 innings.
No, exactly.
We expect a lot of him because he's such a great pitcher. He's such a great player and competitor. And I don't think that's too much to ask. I feel like if we're expecting a lot of you, that's a compliment to you. Now, some people are a little mean. I try to be optimistic about it. I've been the biggest Hunter Green, well, not, I wouldn't say the biggest fan, but I've vouched for him so many times. And I will say, and like I've said multiple times, and you'll hear me refer to this multiple times throughout the season, is I'm genuinely convinced that the Reds have something out against him because they every time he pitches, no run support. Let's remind ourselves that 2 seasons ago, Hunter Green threw a no-hitter and we lost. It happens, guys. And I'm glad to see that, as a pitcher, you need that run support. It gives you more momentum. It helps.
Gives you the confidence.
It's such a mental game, and getting run support and going back out on the mound after scoring 2, 3, 4 runs an inning, it helps. When you make a mistake, you don't feel as bad, and you just, I don't know, you just get back to it. It makes you feel good and comfortable if you do give up a home run. Obviously, you don't want to give up a home run, but I'm just saying, when you're going out there and you're down 1 run and your team has barely scored at all, if any, it's harder to pitch. That's objectively true. Anyways, well, to the Sunday game, we lost.
So yeah, Dunning struck out 10 Reds batters in 5.5 innings. Yep, that's true. But India again, 2 for 4. I'm telling you, this was his series. He was back. He looked amazing all weekend long, and we attempted to rally back. We did. Scored 3 in the 6th. The Rangers had a lot of errors. But Candy, Candelario, extended his hitless streak.
Yeah, 19 straight at bats with absolutely not a single hit. Look, I'm a 24-year-old girl who hasn't hit a baseball or a softball in some time. But when you're being paid to do just that, I would expect that it's maybe a little better. I root for all these guys, and I really hope they prove me wrong. I don't know if I've told you this, Liv, but it seems like every time I talk crap about a player to myself, amongst myself and whoever I'm with at the game, and I keep it quiet, I keep it respectful, it seems like they always prove me wrong. So I'd love for you, Candy, use it as motivation.
So yeah, we're talking bad right now,
Use it as motivation. We're talking crap about you right now.
and you're just gonna go off.
So go prove me wrong this weekend or tonight even. Let's win first of all, but let's get a hit.
I want candy. Bum, 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 bum.
I don't. Not right now. But anyways, we're just gonna pretend that game didn't happen.
Like we always do.
Okay, Andrew Abbott struck out 7. That's his season high. He walked none. Hey, we love to see it. We love to see when pitchers don't walk anyone and have their little season highs. So cute.
He deserved that one.
Not a fan of that first inning. Those pretend didn't happen. In my opinion, the Reds won 3-0. So, anyways, up next we have the Padres, and we're playing on the West Coast. So you know what that means. That's not a great combination.
And Lodolo is up tonight.
Yeah, Lodolo's pitching tonight.
And then we're back home this weekend.
Oh, yeah, baby, we're back home.
And you know we're gonna be there. You know it. So hopefully the Reds get some more offense this weekend.
Sitting here editing the video a week later, just here to confirm that we did not find the bats. So if anyone has seen the Reds bats, let me know They did not get more offense this weekend. I hate to break it to everybody. Anyways, back to the show.
Against Baltimore. And so we don't have any outfits planned this weekend yet, but I can almost guarantee you that we will be repping Cincy Shirts at some point this home series.
All right. Whenever I'm gearing up for Reds games, Liv is my ultimate shopping partner. Oh, yeah. And our first pit stop is always Cincy Shirts, which is objectively true.
It's so true.
I'm in there a concerning amount. Just check my Instagram stories if I don't have you blocked or hidden from my stories. Anyways, make sure you guys visit cincyshirts.com/2girls1natty. That would be the number one, not spelled out. Or use code 2girls1natty at checkout for a sweet 10% discount on your order. And if you're already a fan of Cincy Shirts and you really like their game day collection, which, for example, would be the little baseball jacket I have or the little football sequin jacket I have as well, they're working on getting that online as well very soon, too. So stay tuned. Check my socials, Liv's socials, and Cincy Shirts to stay tuned on the latest drops. I need to be like, what's the word? I need to be like watched because when they have a new drop, I'm like immediately
Like, we gotta go. And so we go to the we literally go to the Hyde Park location so many times.
we just doxed ourselves. If you ever want to find me, I'm probably at the Hyde Park Cincy Shirts. So if you want to just what don't.
Yeah, come on. We love Cincy Shirts. We are always so excited for their new, especially like you said. I love the game day collection so much, and I'm so excited to see the new things that they bring because I'm gonna be probably purchasing all of it too.
Now I guess that kind of brings us. This is going to be not a flowing transition here. Translation. Jules doesn't know words. She's blonde. Yeah. Anyways, okay, hold on. So we got some good baseball related, uniform news. As we all know, the uniforms this year have been rather interesting. First of all, they're like see-through. There's things I personally don't want to see when I'm at a baseball game. Can you imagine that? So, thankfully, for next year, they're going to take our constructive criticism and complaints into effect. And they're going to, keep it in mind because announced officially today via Twitter, I've seen a bunch of people tweet about this. So I don't know exactly who the original source is, but MLB is apparently modifying their Nike jerseys after all the criticism from players and fans by the start of the 2025 season. At the latest, MLB plans to enlarge the lettering on the back of the jerseys, which I hate because I cannot read it, so I need that. I love that they're going to do that. I'm glad it took us over, what has it been, a month already? Into the season to realize there's an issue. I understand they're not going to make new ones now. Why they ever thought that was a good idea is beyond me. I guess there were mismatched gray pants. I never really noticed that. The sweat visibility. Oh, I've noticed the sweat visibility on certain players too with the gray uniforms. I have noticed that. And obviously they're going to fix the see-through pants. Thank God. Oh, I did not need to see that. Liv, why don't you just wow. Why don't you introduce us to the next segment?
Yes, so we are very excited for this segment because I feel like most people need to know us more, you know? So we're gonna get into the segment called Who is Most Likely? So basically, we're gonna ask a bunch of questions and we're gonna say, is it more Jules? Is it more Liv? Or is it both? And I'm very excited about it. Yeah, all right, so first one. Who's more likely to get lost in their own city?
Hold on. You can't look. Oh, hold on. I messed up.
You already messed up. It's the first question. All right.
Now show it. Okay, we both put me.
Okay, I'm not great either, but I think Jules is the winner on this one.
Hey, first of all, I'd like to specify I've only been living here for not even 2 years yet. Second of all, not a city folk, but I love the city. Like, I'm not a country folk, but I grew up in a very small town that did not have one way streets. I don't know what the obsession is with one way streets here, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it.
We agreed. Okay, so next one.
Who is more likely to lose their phone on a night out? I will argue with anyone for this one.
Really?
I always have my phone on me. Like, I will not lose that.
That's fair. I have before. So
I have never lost my phone on a night out
that's pretty good.
because it's attached to me.
Oh, all right. So
That may be me being obsessed with my phone, or it may be a combination of both, but I will not lose that shit.
all right. Okay, so next question. Who is more likely to make the first move?
Oh, I know. Easy.
I was like, maybe if you were, you would.
I historically do not make the first move. I don't initiate anything from kissing to hugging to the other things that may happen.
But I feel like
It depends what kind of drunk. If I'm seltzer drunk, no. If I'm like wine drunk, maybe a little bit of tequila and some vodka mixed drinks.
but like if you were like really drunk, I feel like you might. But it just I think you would, maybe, but it just like takes a little bit.
Anyways, oh, is it my turn? Who's more likely to have the most children?
Right.
Okay, yeah. I do want kids. I'm trying. Well, wait.
Do you trying?
No, I don't mean it that way.
Would you like to tell the class something?
I don't mean it that way. I realize when you hear I'm trying referring to kids, that only means one thing. I meant that I'm trying to find someone, to reproduce.
I don't know if I'm gonna have children. I mean, I could change my mind, but right now,
I love kids. I love being an aunt, but I also really someday want a kid of my own. And I don't really care the gender. I just want whatever.
healthy baby.
I'm trying to like do that sometime, mom. I promise. I'm a little behind, but I'm getting there.
Okay, you're only 24. You're fine.
Sometimes I feel older, okay?
All right. So, who is most likely to marry into a royal family?
Liv. Liv is a fancier girl than me.
I guess.
She's in like a dress and I'm in ripped jeans.
Well, I found it today, to be fair, at Target because if like so I found something that finally
Target.
that finally something like fit me pretty well. Anyways,
Liv is very like put together most of the time. I'm not. I've tried to do the like clean girl aesthetic. I am just not. I'm not saying I'm a dirty girl. I just can't do like the slick back bun. Like Liv looks so good when her hair's up or down.
thank you. Wow.
But I only look good with my hair down.
I disagree because you just don't ever do it.
Don't look good. Why would I do it?
Well, that's your opinion, but
Where are we even at? Oh. Who's more likely to die first in a horror film? I don't think I've ever put anything up quicker. It's so Liv. I don't know how she's still alive.
I don't either.
She's done a lot of questionable things. One of those questionable things is she flew to Detroit for a man she's never met in person.
Oh no.
Flew to Detroit, mind you.
My mom was not happy.
I was concerned.
She was too. I shared my location with a bunch of people.
Sharing location, that's great. You know what isn't great? If you get kidnapped and I'm like, oh, don't worry, guys, I have her location. Because what if you didn't have your phone?
I was feeling very unhinged at that moment.
I cried. I saw the guys. Okay.
Guys, I'm still alive. It's fine.
Yeah, she's still alive. There's also things I've done.
Exactly.
There's things I've done.
This is why we're friends.
I did some sneaky things
Sneaky.
and hung out with, you know, people. Maybe it was one person that I shouldn't have. Back in the fall, mind you. Don't know how I'm still here. Thank God.
We're here.
Would not do that again. Oh, I'm here. No more context on that conversation.
Nope. All right, moving on. Most likely to embarrass themselves in public.
I already got it.
This sucks, dude.
Liv. I'm honestly just shocked that it's not me. But then I met Liv.
Yeah.
Well, she really doesn't. I could just only think of one instance. And we're thinking of the same thing. It really wasn't that deep because and that's what I tried to tell you is you're at a bar. Everyone there is likely
It was so loud.
thinking you were drunk.
And I wasn't. It was my first drink, guys.
But like no one needs to know that. Like no one knew that. Everyone, I guarantee, if I saw a girl slip and fall on the stair
You wouldn't think she was drunk.
and she had a drink in her hand, I'm thinking she's drunk.
Yeah, exactly. But I wasn't. I was just clumsy.
But I am defending your
Oh.
case. I'm saying no one would have thought, "Oh, she's dumb."
Oh.
They're probably like, "Oh, she had a little too much to drink. She's crazy." It's not a meaning. Okay. Who was more likely to give a sarcastic comment?
This is easy.
Yeah, it's also me. I am a very sarcastic person. Some can handle it and some can't.
All right. Who is the most who is most likely to spend the most on clothes for game days or just in general? I mean, I feel like this makes sense.
I feel like this could be both.
Yes, that's why I'm gonna do this. We are very bad. We're bad.
This is both. Yeah.
But then like we do this to each other too. Like we both hype each other up and we're like, oh, we need to get something. So we're like, okay, we'll do it the same day and we'll just go.
Period. Who is more likely to be late to their own wedding?
This sucks.
Liv. No comment.
Who is more likely to pretend to be married or in a relationship to avoid being hit on?
Oh wait, I put up the wrong one. I meant Jules. I meant me. I'm sorry. I've done that so many times.
You're so much better at that.
I have done that so many times. So many times. Not the married, but just being in a relationship to deny people.
Yeah. You're so much better at that.
Sometimes I might actually be in a relationship and you think I'm lying now that you guys know that trick I do. So now I'm like realizing I just exposed my plan.
Great. Cut that out.
Who is more likely to dance on a table? I would say Liv. Yeah. I'm glad we're kind of agreeing on stuff. Look at that.
Dude, look at this. I love that. Okay. Who is more likely to black out at a party/bar?
Oh, I said Liv. I've blacked out like one time.
I've seen you drunk.
That's not blacked out.
I don't black out normally.
I don't black out either. But I feel like if anyone's going to black out, it's you.
You?
I don't care. How many times have you blacked out? How many
Hey, I swear you get drunk a lot and then you go home.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I black out. Do you not know what it means?
I know what it means.
It's literally when you like don't remember anything. I thought that's what it meant.
Okay, agree to disagree.
I don't black out, Mom. Don't let Liv tell you that.
I only blacked out twice in my life. Okay, all right, let's keep going.
Who's more likely to be kicked out of a game?
Oh yeah,
I've never been kicked out of a game.
yeah, but I feel like you would be though. That's all we got.
Yeah, I've never been kicked out of a game. I've never been kicked out of a game. I've never been close to being kicked out of a game, but I have been with people who I was concerned would get me kicked out because of their behavior. So that's where that may come into play.
Who's more like to go skinny dipping? Actually, I think you already have. So
Oh God. I'm not going to disclose where I went skinny dipping. It was a private place, kind of. And that is all you need to know.
I feel like I would do it. I just haven't.
It's been over a little over a year. So I did that. Okay. I was very drunk. That might have been a blackout. But no, I remember that because how would you forget that? How would you forget going skinny dipping? Who was more likely to write a tell-all book?
Yeah. No, thank you. I mean,
I want to write a tell-all book. I've been through some very interesting things in the past 2 years. Or in the past like 4. I would have a damn good book.
who is more likely to ghost someone? Yes. Yeah. 100%.
I have ghosted people a concerning amount of time, but I usually have a reason to do it. Who was more likely to trip over absolutely nothing?
I mean,
That's easy. Liv, no explanation needed. We have already kind of done it.
who is most likely to give the best hugs? I mean, the person that gives hugs.
I'm not a hugger. So, whew,
That was tough for her.
that was not the vibe. Just kidding. I like Liv's hugs,
Aww.
even though I'm an uncomfortable hugger.
Cute.
Who's more likely to cancel plans?
I don't.
I'm doing both.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
I usually cancel them if I'm too tired or if I accidentally double book or I just don't want to do it anymore. And usually I'm pretty honest. Who is more likely to make out with somebody they just met at a bar? I have never made out with somebody at a bar. This is you. I have never. I don't like PDA.
I just thought you did once. You have never.
I think it's cringe and I'm not a fan of it.
You've never made out with somebody like random at a bar.
I have never, that to my memory, to my understanding, I have never made out with someone at a bar.
That's like kind of repressive.
I don't think I have.
Okay, well, if any of Jules' friends, like, let me know because. All right.
Who is more likely to overshare on social media? Look, sometimes you get a little emotional and maybe you tweet things about it.
Maybe.
So maybe I do overshare, but I don't regret it, baby. Like Taylor Swift says, if you don't want a song written about you, don't give me a reason. Don't do bad things. Whatever she says. It's not the exact quote, but ultimately, I'm not a songwriter. I can't sing. So if you don't want me to tweet about you, don't do bad things to me. Don't hurt me. Maybe I won't do it.
Last question. Who is most likely to get lost on a night out? Okay, I'm actually going to say both. Come on. Come on.
I don't know. I still say Liv. I don't get lost. Well, honestly, yeah, probably. I'd like doing my little roundabouts.
We would get lost. We would get lost together. Okay, guys. So we apologize because we have not seen all of the sports movies. And I know you guys are going to say we left a lot out, but these are the ones that we've seen and we love. And we're going to do some power rankings of the top sports movies that we've seen. All right. There's going to be more. We just have to watch them. And Jules is eating guac.
That was good. That's what she said. Though I've never said that. Anyways.
She needed to take a snack break.
Okay. So we have a list of movies that we've watched. Starting off with Sandlot, Moneyball, 42, Field of Dreams, A League of Their Own, Fever Pitch. I've never watched that. Remember the Titans, The Blind Side, Air. What is Air? Like Air Bud? Oh.
No, it's new. It's like within the past couple of years.
Is it a basketball movie?
It's about like Air Jordan. It's so good.
Oh, no, my mind, I thought maybe it's about Air Bud.
Air Bud. Oh no. No, it's really good. You should watch it.
Okay. And then we have Invincible. I haven't watched that either. What is that?
It's a great football movie. We need to have a movie night.
And then I added my personal favorite, Benchwarmers. Oh man, I've watched that a million times. I've watched that so many times. Arguably one of my favorite movies. I would have to say, I'm going to make my own little list real quick. And obviously, I'm going to only include the ones I've watched. I'll do my top 5. I'll do the ones I've watched. Shit. Okay. I'm going to start with A League of Their Own, Field of Dreams. Oh, man. No. Dang it. Benchwarmers. Don't care. Don't care. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Sandlot. Ah, man. And then Moneyball.
Okay, mine would probably be League of Their Own, Moneyball, 42. Remember the Titans and Field of Dreams, I think. It's tough, but and I promise you guys we will watch more movies, okay? I know we got to watch like a bunch of hockey movies like our friend David tells us all the time we got to watch Miracle and all of those, but Major League, like we got to watch all of them.
Oh, no, I've watched Major League. It's not on my top 5. I forgot to put it on the list.
Wow, I feel like that's a hot take.
I've watched Major League. I don't think it's in my top 5. The reason I have Benchwarmers in my top 5 is because it's hilarious. So if you don't count Benchwarmers as like a classic, like specifically sports movie, because I feel like it leans more towards like a comedy one. It's like, yeah, it's sports. I would probably put either 42 or Remember the Titans in its place. So there's my other list because I feel like people are gonna be like, Benchwarmers that doesn't count.
No, I get that, but it's just
Give us a list of movies we need to watch, like 10 movies that we can realistically watch, and where we can watch them. Because so many people are like, you need to watch this, and it's like, where? Like what streaming platforms? Like, come on.
so. Yeah, we will watch more, we promise, and we might even update the list, All right. So, yeah, guys, we got to talk about it. The Tortured Poets Department came out, and that's all I've been listening to for the past 2 weeks. So, we're going to talk about our favorites. I know one of Jules' favorites already.
Smallest Man I Ever Lived is a great song I've heard via multiple sources. So, Liv, go with your top 5.
Okay. So, LOML is one of, like, it hits me. It hits me really, really hard in the heart. Down Bad. I get down to that song in the gym, even. I did the other day. Smallest Man That Ever Lived. Love that one too. Okay, The Prophecy is actually really, really up there for me now. It's on the anthology, so that's on the double album. 5. Gosh, it's so hard because there's so many good ones. There's so many songs, so I swear it changes like every day. Right now, The Black Dog, 100%. The Black Dog.
Yep. So obviously, the smallest man who ever lived. Please send that message if you so please. You know who you are. So I would say that's my first favorite. Well, that's my top one. I would say my second is probably Down Bad. I would say my third is I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Oh, that this is tough. I would probably say four is Fortnite. I do really like that. Usually I don't like the singles, but I think this is arguably one of her best singles. I love this song. Post Malone sounds great. People don't understand why he's not in it as much as I expected, but those same people don't understand how important Taylor Swift bridges are, and that's literally what he has. And the vocal layering with those two just sounds amazing. He sounds good in the back, like backing vocals. It's just so it just works so much. I love his voice. I love hers. Them together, chef's kiss. What am I at, four? Or did I already was that four? Okay, so this I need my fifth one. Probably LM. Oh my god, LMAO. LOML. Love of my life. I'm just gonna call it that. It's just easier to say.
No, and yeah, because like, do you want to do honorable mentions for you as well?
Honorable mentions probably the black dog and then Peter. I do like that. And the alchemy over Peter. Alchemy over Peter.
I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is definitely my honorable mention. Actually, Guilty as Sin has been like growing on me, 100% too. Like I said, there's so many. It's just, it's tough. There's not many that I don't like. They're really, really.
Literally so many songs. And then she did a double album drop. Bro, there's like over 30 songs. There's like 31 or 32. So yeah, I mean that's really and I love the Fortnite video. We watched it at a Reds game.
Yes, the Reds game without the sound.
No, but the way people so I made a silly little funny TikTok, right? Where it's like when there's a Reds game going on during a music video. And I think people have really small brains. So I posted a reel and I posted it on TikTok. A lot of people loved it on TikTok. Well, not a lot, but just like no negative comments really. But then there was like negative comments on my reels from like people don't I no idea who they are. And I'm like, how stupid do you have to be to really think that I just sat there and didn't pay attention to the game and just watched the music video the whole time? Like you guys realize that I quite literally did that for the content, right? Like I didn't record the whole video on my phone. Like yeah, we watched it, but like more for the content aspect of it because it's funny. We're at a game and it released at 8 o'clock when we're at the Reds game. Please stop being so dense. Please, I'm begging. Not everything you see on the internet is real. I promise you. I am one of the biggest Reds fans and one of the bigger Taylor Swift fans. And I'm a Reds Taylor girly. I'm gonna combine sports and my music interests into my content.
That's what we do here. That is what we do here at Two Girls One Natty.
And the thing is like it took me 5 seconds to record that. Like it's not like I don't understand. Oh, you're a fake fan. I've been to 12 games already. How many have you been? And I'm not saying that makes, but I'm just saying like, yeah, I'm a fake fan because I like Taylor Swift. Like,
How does that correlate? Like, how does that correlate? You know, like, why can't Reds fans be fans of Taylor Swift? I just don't understand.
because they can't comprehend that we have multiple interests because they don't because they're boring people. I guess we can close off here. Yeah. And do you want to close this out?
Thank you guys so much for watching again. We had such a good time. Check back for next week's episode for, more of our shenanigans. And thanks for listening. Go Reds, baby. Cheers.
Woo. That is sexy.